Still, there are a lot of issues with this. Problem is, we know that these are the textual information that this drug works in this way. Then comes the real issue of procuring those drugs. Identifying the herbs from the field, collecting it personally is one issue. But you cannot do every time like that. You may be having a constraint of time. Then you may have to depend on somebody. Then they have to get it right one. Or if you are dependent on a market, then your drug vendor or provider, raw drug provider should give you a right kind of drug. That you should be able to identify it. And then it is a big issue. Whether the drug which is given in the form of a dry thing, whether it contains its real viryata present in that or not, that has to be understood. Sometimes, like those which are having some volatile property or something like that, they'll be extracted and then it is the things will be given to the market. There are lot of issues are there to understand and to cope up with that. Better as far as possible, try to get it personally. Of course, not all the drugs can be collected from your own places where we are staying. Sometimes we need to depend on market. We need to understand and depend on reliable resources and sources for the drugs. So, if you identify and understand the drugs in their totality, then we have a liberty of and a scope for where which can be used.
I also remember Vaidya Subhash Sharma from Delhi. He says that Ayurveda doctors should have a regular practice of visiting the local bazaar, local vegetable market, to pick and choose varieties of different herbs that are there, so that a combination can be made, especially addressing the pathya and all. So it's not just selecting medicines readily available in the market. So the raw herbs, locally grown vegetables, we should be having knowledge of many different things. So.
Not only even locally available vegetable. When it comes to such things, I usually go to market and I observe. Previously, few years back, we used to get a type of beans. Now in market, we have single beans, double beans, ring beans, French beans. There are multiple things. When a new thing, some agro technique and some agronomist has come out with a new hybridization and something which yields more, people have grown and it has come to market and it has been pushed. And we are forced to consume them as a locally available vegetable. Then comes the issue or question where to keep it under the Ayurvedic category. Whether that is what the Ayurveda said kulatha, whether it should be as kept in arhar or where it is to be kept, mudga or vanamudga or something like that. So we need to understand because the Ayurveda has given some explanation regarding these drugs and new drugs has been that. That's what the avyakta dravya has been added. And such type of avyakta dravyas, we need to update ourselves and we need to keep them in category of particular type of thing, whether it is vata vardaka, whether it is kapha vardaka, whether it is pitta vardaka. Like that, we need to assess and keep it in kept in category. Then we can give a very clearly we can give out the information to our patient. Otherwise, it will be very difficult when a patient questions that whether it can be taken or not, or how long it should be taken, or whether it should be taken with this combination or that combination. Then doctor will be at risk of answering what to answer, what not to answer. So it should be very updated every now and then. We need to go to visit to the market. We need to select the drugs as well as the herbs, vegetables, and a lot more things. For an Ayurvedic physician, that's why Ayurvedic physician or practicing Ayurveda is not so easy. We need to have a lot of issues. It is not just something like we have some ready product available market. We just have to give a prescription and the things will happen. No, it is not like that.